My name is Julia. Now it's 12 o'clock and we will have a couple more minutes waiting until everyone join the room. And until we're waiting, I encourage you to share your LinkedIn profiles in the chat and we will check if our chat works. And everyone can do small networking and have new connections in their LinkedIn while we're here waiting for others. And I will add everyone new to my network. I will share my LinkedIn as well, and please do same with yours. Hello, Amin. Happy to see so many new faces and so many familiar as well. Really, really enjoy that people join us from one event to another. Yeah. Hey, Craig. Yes. Hey, hey. Okay, I think that we can slowly start, and I will start with introduction of NordsPay for those who join us just for the first time. Just to let you know who we are and what we do. NordsPay is a company started in 2019. We started as a HR service provider, so we help Finnish companies to hire people. I would say that we've been always helping people to be hired in Finland. And time flies and changed so much. And since 2023, when global layoff hit, we realized that the best way to support your stay in Finland, your work life here in Finland, is to provide this employment of record services. And since 2023, this is our core product, core services, which we provide. So what that means, that means that you can find a job outside of Finland, connect with us, and we will make a setup for you. Legal and very transparent setup when we hire you as your employer and you work directly with your client outside of Finland. So you receive salary here, you remain employee, which give you an opportunity to apply for resident permit on employed base, or receive unemployed benefits after you finish working relations with us. So this is our response to the market situation in Finland, and hope that it might help you as well. And today with me, amazing Lena. Thank you very much for joining us at this event. Really happy to have you here. I know that you're a super busy person right now, and thank you for find a time to do so. Lena is our expert at LinkedIn, but not only. She has more than 15 years of experience in HR, and for now she's head of people at Verda. This is a startup, Finnish startup, who grew from 8 people when Lena joined the startup for over 100 people. And yeah, Lena been starting this transformation and growth together with the team. So thank you. And now I'm switching off my mic and letting you to be the main person presenting. Thank you.
Yes, hello everyone, and thank you, Yulia, for such a warm introduction. And I'm always happy to host events and for NordsPay audience, and our path with Yulia and NordsPay cross quite often. And we just had a quick chat and was talking we are closing the season, I guess, with this webinar, or at least we have one more. So yeah, looking forward to the summer, but happy to close this my season with a webinar on LinkedIn topic. like it was one of my favorite topics to talk about because I really believe in power of LinkedIn. And it really helps people to find work here, and not only work, but friends as well, by the way, in Finland. So yeah, Verda, right. So I saw a question from Vamshi. So I started at DataCrunch. It was DataCrunch before 2025, and now it's Verda company. So if you are ready, so we can start. But yeah, please let me know, are you ready? And give me a bit of energy, please, in our chat, some emojis. Yes, thank you. And I don't want to have this like monologue here. I would appreciate if you please send any questions you have on LinkedIn topics, and Yulia will help me to work with those questions, and we will have short breaks for answers. So yeah, thank you for your reactions. I don't think it's only for IT in general. When I was preparing for that webinar, I thought about like all candidates in general without any specific background. So yeah, I will start sharing my screen. And now, Yulia, I can't even click this button.
Yeah, something strange happening because my computer been also freezing for a moment.
I will rejoin in a second then.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, Lena freezed.
Okay, let's try again. Now it should work. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Cool. And I will use my second laptop just to see participants. So don't be surprised. We have two Elenas on one meeting. So yeah, I think, now I'm ready. And yeah, no surprise for you. We will talk about LinkedIn and LinkedIn that works for us. And yeah, like again, quick intro about myself. So I'm Lena, I'm head of people at Verda, and I started as a recruiter. And in general, I have a 15 years of recruitment career. And Verda, formerly DataCrunch, was my first European company. I moved to Finland almost 7 years ago, and I started at DataCrunch more than 4 years ago. And yeah, with a team of 8 people, and now we are 120 people. So I believe I know local market, and not only local market, quite well, and how you can use LinkedIn to find the best opportunity for you. So I prepare a quick poll to get to know you better. So please take 30 seconds, 1 minute to answer those questions, like very basic one, where you're from. And yeah, let me know if it works.
Yeah, that works. Espoo, Helsinki, Finland, Vasa, Tampere, Jyväskylä, some guys from India.
Nice. So yeah, I think I can start second question and then third question.
I didn't. Yeah, second question is better to
You can
start.
see, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can. No, it's now switch to the third one.
Yeah. Now, yeah, professional field. Curious to know.
Yes, that's.
Yeah, I think I should wait a bit and then
Yes,
start.
you should wait. You should wait. Okay. Who am I? Software developers are winning the game.
But yeah, we have HR colleagues as well here.
And marketing, quite high amount. But yeah, software developers eat the cake, like 48%.
So just waiting for 5 seconds and yes, start third question. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So yeah, what I meant by manager specialist, if you're like engineer, you can choose like specialist, junior, middle engineer, and manager, let's say senior engineer.
Yes, a managing position like team leader is also manager. When if here hands-on experience with coding. Okay, interesting splitting. Like
almost like 1/4 early career.
Yeah.
Mid-career specialist and managers as well. Yeah, thank you. So, and again, I'll get back to locations. So Tampere was, so Finland and India.
Yeah, a little piece of. Thank you, guys.
Okay, yeah.
Hello from the Finland to India.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, and I was thinking, I would say, I wanted to say a lot, not a lot, but I was thinking at least, what can I maybe start with and what I can share with you, because like, I guess maybe you've heard a lot about LinkedIn, and I was thinking maybe at least to start with 2 tracks that you can choose when you use LinkedIn. But first, it's more question for you, but you can share your answers as well. So when we are talking about looking for new opportunities, what strategy do you choose usually? Are you? Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm distracting to questions. So are you trying to be found there, or are you trying to be choosing on LinkedIn? So I think when you answer this question, you find the best way, the best approach to work with LinkedIn.
Themes like I would like to be found and chosen, like
both in one, you mean?
Yeah, so I would like that company found me and then they choose me.
It's the best, yeah, ideal approach, I guess, and ideal outcome. Like my message would be, maybe we are all different, and sure, you can't make yourself to do something very uncomfortable, because like relocation is already something that brings us to zone of uncomfortability. So but sometimes, especially when we relocate, when we move to another country, for sure we should do something we never done before, and we should, but it really helps us to maybe open some other sides of ourselves, to find new talents and new skills that we didn't even think before. But yeah, when we talk about LinkedIn, maybe I would suggest you to think about at least 2 strategies there, 2 strategic track you can choose. So by default, at least for me, like LinkedIn was always about like just having your profile information there, like, and you can use it as a business card. Like usually when we have events, we can change LinkedIn profiles. We don't need real business cards anymore. And you can have another strategic track. You can use LinkedIn as a brand platform. And when I moved to Finland, what I had to change is like my approach, how I worked with LinkedIn, because like I didn't consider LinkedIn as a brand platform. For me, it was a business card, and for sure, like a lot of things happened and changed during past 6 years. So even if you consider it as a business card, it might make sense to rethink your approach, to rethink how you see your LinkedIn, and to use it as a brand platform. Though there is like no wrong or right choice, still you can use LinkedIn as a business card and brand platform. But it would be, by the way, interesting if you like feel free to share what is your approach, what LinkedIn for you now. Is it business card only, or it's your platform when you can share your experience, your thoughts, your opinions, and to make some activities there. So a few words about like first track, the business card. So it's more like passive strategy. And if you want to be found, it can work for you if you are experienced person, maybe even niche person, and someone like on very high demand. And recruiters can find you if you choose right words to describe your head title, headline, to describe your experience. And then the goal for this is kind of search visibility. But in our current job market situation, I would maybe encourage you to use LinkedIn as a brand platform. And to be honest, for me, it was like I didn't used to work with LinkedIn as a brand platform, but now I really enjoy doing that. Even I'm not looking for a job, but I also have my HR community, so I have a lot of network, and it really brings amazing people to my world, LinkedIn. And so for me, it's more like network platform. But how people know about myself, about me, it's like because I'm being active and I'm connecting people there. So the brand platform, it's about active strategy. It's about like, for sure, recruiters could find you easily. And it's more about like you attract attention and recruiters to your profile, even if they couldn't find you. So it's about gravity. So just a second, I'm curious to check what you shared in chat. How's your approaching? Both trying to be found, job searching network. Or trying to be found. Business card.
The interesting question, because for example, Amin and somebody else shared that they are sharing their opinion related to the industry and making some posting. Do you think this is enough to make this LinkedIn work as a brand platform? Should it be just regular posting, or it should be some additional actions?
I would suggest maybe to continue, because I think I will cover those topics as well. And if some of you do not get answers to your question, then you can get back with those. Okay, I've been using the brand platform for my professional career. So why I encourage you to use it as a brand platform? Because I think you know already, and I can confirm that even there is a number of like 70% of roles are not visible, are hidden, so you never even see them on LinkedIn or any other career websites because they're never posted. And how it works, sometimes it happens that we had a meeting, we just discussed a new role. And even during this meeting, I could remember someone or someone could come up to my mind because, I don't know, I followed this person. I saw a lot of posts from them. I don't know, I even maybe had a chat with them because they reached out to me. And I would prefer even to start with them, interviewing, having chats before posting the job. Because now if you post any job on LinkedIn, we just like what I'm experienced now. We have, I think, 40 open roles at Verda, and our recruiters and I, though I'm not recruiter now, I have, I don't know, 100 inbound message on LinkedIn. I'm not able to answer. And that's the reason sometimes companies, they prefer even not to post jobs, because there are a lot of work to reply to all candidates, to find the reason to reject, and like it's really creates a lot of work to do. So the hidden job market, you can enter this market just having proper LinkedIn profile. What I mean proper, like a real brand platform. But for sure, it takes time to make platform works for you. So first of all, you should work on that, and it's the same like reputation. And there is like a logic line. So visibility creates trust. Trust creates warm recognition. Referral velocity. And it really works. Believe me, I'm a recruiter, and I was a candidate as well. So it's not just a word, and maybe it's not like 70% of vacancies, but at least a high amount of hidden roles on the market. So how it works and what is it like fundamentals for your LinkedIn for recruiters to be able to see you, to find you? Is like what we usually pay attention to and what we can see. It's headline, about, banner, and skills. So headline, it's something you have this information under your photo, profile photo, and it's photo is also important. So headline is really something that can hook my attention as a recruiter. And it's not about like your title, it's about your value statement. So you should keep there words that describes what you can bring to a company, what value you can bring. So about, it's not about your biography. It's more about your, again, authority narrative. It's something that helped me, recruiter, to understand why I should hire you, what you can bring to this company. Banner and profile photo is really, I would maybe put more attention on that, because like people do not pay attention to banner, but it's really important what you have in a banner there. It's not like, I don't know, cats or balloons there, but something that really related to your work. And as for photo, I think it's quite, but at least I think it's obvious, but it's not always obvious for everyone that it should be like professional photo ideally. And now with AI, we can do like even photo shooting without having photo shooting. So it's really important to have picture there, because it's creates trust even without any interaction. And then about skills, it's also like, it's a keywords for recruiters just to catch the right people who like easily demonstrate their skills on their profiles. So, and it's everything, like it's all fundamentals to be discovered by recruiters. So, Yulia, do you think we can have 2 minutes to review questions, or we can
I
continue?
think that we can go forward because there were no questions like connected to those topics that you already covered, but there another question that might be covered by next slides. So let's go further and see if we do have more questions. But I got one idea when you've been talking about importance of LinkedIn and your positioning and making it as a brand profile. I was thinking how we are looking for people. I will probably, if I will look for some recruiter, I will probably go to you or to some other recruiters who are visible in LinkedIn and ask, do you have some recommendations? And you have your recruiters team and group and community, and you might say that maybe these people are now interested, or you can ask them. So I will go and look for like some recommendations there. So it's also crucial to find people in your profession and to stay in network with them, because if somebody knows them, they can ask if they have any recommendations to the role. Do you have any questions about recommendation to HR roles? Because you are one of the HR leader here in Finnish LinkedIn.
Do I have questions about what, Yulia?
Do you have a lot of questions about Lena, could you recommend us some recruiter? Do you have somebody in mind who might be a good fit to our role? If there is a lot of questions to you.
Not a lot, but quite many. And we have a community, we have HR community, and we have also talent acquisition community. And usually we first thing we do, as you mentioned already, we just we reach out to our colleagues and ask if we want to find recruiters for sure. But you're absolutely right. It's about building network. And so I'm not going to cover it on this webinar because it's a 1-hour topic. At least I can share a lot on that topic, but it's really helpful to build network and to think whom I'm connected with, not to accept all requests you have, and not to send random requests to any people you see on LinkedIn, but really build meaningful connections on LinkedIn, to think with whom I can work in the future, or who could be my hiring manager, for example, if I'm looking for a job, and to connect with those people, because it's also influence on algorithms and what people who can see you on LinkedIn, and who can see your post, share your post, and any way to see all information about you. It really depends on your network, and this first circle, second circle, third circle, and it really affects on your visibility as well. So I would at least what I can share today is be mindful about your network. Do not accept any random requests, and if you send any request to people you want to be connected, please find 2 minutes just to add message, because I usually now I stop accepting connection without messaging, because I don't see any reason why I should connect with you. So if you want to connect with me after this webinar, please send a quick message. And it's also it's not about wasting your time. It's also at least you can start a conversation with this short message, Lena, I attended the webinar today, I don't know, let's be in contact, or if we are from the same field, let's have a chat, let's have a coffee, whatever. Usually I'm open for networking as well. And I just had a coffee in the morning with a person I never met, but I know her from LinkedIn, and it's also about my network and connection. So yeah, that's about connection. So next slide is recruiter's view. So I think you know that we have, or if you didn't know, we recruiters, we have our own LinkedIn recruiters account, and we can use around 40 filters when we are looking for specific candidates. And now I can say that with AI as well, we don't use just words. We use even like natural language queries to find the right candidates. And I would name it like topic DNA. It's like words that describes your level of expertise, your field, your area, and like location, what we are looking and what filters we use: location, job titles, expertise, skills. And as for location, I think we had a chat with Yulia as well about that it's important to highlight that it really affects on what recruiters, which recruiters can see you, how they can find you. And if you are not in Finland but looking for a job in Finland, I don't think I would find you if your location is in India, for example, because like I'm not looking for people in India. So you should think what location is better, it works better for you. And maybe a good and a valid comment that if you're ready to relocate, please, I don't know, leave a comment somewhere in cover letter or in your resume, because for example, we have a lot of inbound applications from all over the world, and people, they do not even mention like I'm ready to relocate, or I have residence permit but I just need to move, or I need visa support. And it creates a lot of work for recruiters, and for sure sometimes we even want to skip those people who creates more questions than answers. It's also important to keep in mind.
Elena, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Regarding the remote job opportunities, do you have any ideas what is good to add to your LinkedIn profile? So recruiters who's looking for like a global talents outside of their country might find you.
So I know at least you can have location there on your profile, but you also can add some locations if you open to work. There are some settings, you can choose at least 5 locations, I guess. But I would suggest, and I always suggest, to consider LinkedIn platform as a platform for experiments. So let's see how this works. For example, I want to work for American companies, but I'm located in Finland. I will try at least to put the US in my location for 2-3 weeks. Some people, they brought me arguments. Lena, does it mean I'm like I'm telling it's not true, I'm not located in the US, so it's kind of I'm lying? I would say it's an experiment. And if those companies, they consider remote candidates, it's not a blocker for them. But for them, it's an opportunity to find you and to see you. And for sure, it's always for you. You should maybe also apply for their roles on their companies with a comments that you're not in the US, but you're ready to work from Finland, or you're ready to relocate. It depends. So it's really like, I don't have the right question. It really depends on people, because some people, they kind of don't want to lie that they are not in the US, for example. But in my opinion, it's not a lie even. But please remember that you can make changes on LinkedIn like maybe once in 4 weeks, but not too often, because LinkedIn could suspect you and block you. So and I would I always prefer to play with LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, on one hand, for sure, you put all information about your professional experience, expertise there, but it's not source of truth, kinda. It's there are a lot of people there with not relevant information, because for example, in Verda, we do not check people, I don't know, once in a quarter that all people from Verda and LinkedIn, they're really from Verda. So I think LinkedIn, sometimes it works like, when we just had an opportunity to use internet, and then it was like, oh, I found this information in internet, so it should be true. And it's the same about LinkedIn. Not everything on LinkedIn is truth, for sure, and you shouldn't trust it for 100%. So yeah, but please play around that, experiment what location works better for you, what headline is better for you. I don't know, you can change headlines, for example, depends on what are you looking for, like once in 4 months, and you even can check how many people reviewed your profile, for example, when you changed your headlines. At least you can see how does it really work for you, or did anything change after you changed headline. And it's really, because if you do nothing, you don't understand what to change or what direction to choose, because you don't have any tips, any hints. But if you are changing something on LinkedIn, if you are trying different things, at least you have like some material to work with, and to change your approach, to change something in your profile, especially nowadays. Maybe I'm jumping a bit forward, but nowadays there is a trend and tendency to hire for potential, not even for your experience, because in AI era, we are looking for people with their high cognitive skills. We're interested more in this type of people than just with experienced people.
Mm-hmm. And I would like probably to add about these experiments in LinkedIn, and if there is any questions from the recruiter whom you finally get in touch and asking why you are not in US, you can say that you've been experimenting with LinkedIn, trying to find a job in US because you're interested in this market. And it's like absolutely clear and trust explanation, which not making any worse for your next steps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you can find explanation always.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, you're looking for new opportunities. So yeah, can we move?
There is a few questions. Maybe we can
Go through.
What about those of us in Finland that want to work for global companies? Many of us are already in Finland, but looking for work regardless of company locations through EOR. We probably already covered this.
Mm-hmm.
Will you accept our request because we often cannot send notes without premium accounts?
I would check your profile and then decide.
But I would say that when you're sending some requests, it will be even I always send that, hey, we met at this event and we've been discussing this topic just to keep in my mind. So it's like notes for myself when I met this person and how we met and what we've been talking about, what inspires me in this particular person.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's much easier to make a conversation, if I occasionally need to discuss something with this person.
Mm-hmm. But I guess Craig meant that maybe sometimes he doesn't have opportunity to send the notes because of account limits. Though I guess I don't have premium, but I guess I can send any notes. But yeah, it's better to try than not to try. But I always check profiles of people that send requests, just not to have random people, but like.
And a question from Akshay: is it okay reach out for hiring manager when you apply for the position?
I would say it's mandatory.
Maybe.
First, reach out hiring manager. I mean, but please keep in mind that all companies are different, and like recruiters are different, and I'm not like the same as, I don't know, even my colleague in the company, but try everything you can try. And it also depends on companies, by the way. For example, in our company, we are happy to like see more pushy people that want to, I don't know, they're quite, I don't want to say tough, no, but they want to work in Verda so hard that they're ready to try everything, to send message to hiring managers, then to recruiters. For sure, it's good to keep this balance, not to be annoying, but I think to reach out hiring managers is a must, especially if they're active. They could be not so active, but it's also about like being on mental shortlist for those hiring managers, because like when they see your surname, your name from different resources, it's kind of I saw a message from him, I should check, and it's can always help, though maybe you didn't have an even chance to talk with them. So I wouldn't even think like is it okay or is it too annoying? Maybe to stalk those people, to send 10th message in a row. It's better not to do that, but just to keep balance and to be active and proactive, but not annoying. So.
And Claudia is saying that the problem with LinkedIn is that you need to connect with people relevant to your job, what you're currently doing, and that might not be the network I would like to be connected to. What do you think?
But what is the question?
The question is that in LinkedIn, you, Claudia, basically connect to people with the job that she's currently doing.
And
she would like to connect and make networking with people from other fields, probably. But why not?
Yeah. What stops Claudia to do that, to connect the right people?
If you like, so that you understand me. Hi. I've been like 20 years in telecommunications. I was in Nokia first, and now again, and I really would like to get out. And I have been unable to get out of this B2B and telecom and all of that. My boss is not online. You never know. Because it's very difficult for me when I approach Marimekko and they come and see my CV. They're like, what does she want? There are so many jobs that I have done before the telecommunication that are super relevant. I was in normal brands like Lego and Kodak, which are consumer brands, but somehow they're so deep down in the beginning of my career that are not visible anymore.
So as for connection, I even sometimes suggest people to remove not useful connection on their LinkedIn. If you want to get rid of them, feel free.
But I can't, because technically I'm actually a chief marketing officer, so my role is to continue doing my job. I can't remove some CEO from some mobile operator, and I can't go away from the groups. But everything I do is only in that world. Everyone who calls me, I've been 20 years trying in LinkedIn anything to get out. It's so difficult. Yeah, and sometimes I wish I could just open a new account called, pretend I'm married with some surnames that I invent and then start from the beginning.
But you are looking for a change in your career, right?
Yes, I want to get out of telecommunication.
So, like in that cases, I usually recommend just to, at least you should reach out to people you want to reach with a message. Just why you are interested and what makes you a good candidate for this specific role.
I have, and I think I sent like over 100 messages in only the past 2 months, and I have some actually companies who reply, like Marimekko, to my surprise. But then I guess when they can choose between someone who has experience in the industry and who doesn't, then they always end up taking someone who does.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. So if you have any thoughts on that, I'm willing to listen.
But it really depends on if you're interested on like one specific area to continue your career, just like to start your new chapter. For sure, you continue working in your current company, but then, like, I don't know, it's not only about LinkedIn. It's kind of LinkedIn a part of the strategy. It's about like events, meeting those people, having lunch with them, sharing knowledges. Like, I don't know, I just came here and I created HR community because I couldn't find English-speaking HR community, and like that was my approach. But for sure, it doesn't work for everyone. But to build a meaningful connection, not only on LinkedIn, but with LinkedIn, that can help you to bring other people from other industry into your circle. And like, I don't know, events. If you have, I don't know, like you brought this Marimekko example, like, I don't know, what made interesting Marimekko for you? Like, if you write any post about like, what other interests you have in your life, not only like telecom companies, yeah. Because LinkedIn, we shouldn't like only write about stuff we work on. I mean, we are free there. For sure, it's not Instagram, it's not Facebook. We are free to share anything we want, and if we have some interest that can help us to bring other people from other world, why not? So I wouldn't consider LinkedIn as like the main tool, the only strategy. I would consider it's a part of strategy. So it's LinkedIn, events, communities.
Only it's a little bit odd when you start posting stuff about B2C because you want to go away from B2B, and then your boss reads and thinking, why are you wasting your time or talking about some other stuff? Because I am seeing like the marketing and the brand of this company, even if I am my own person. So that's the problem when you are the marketing. If you're the chief marketing officer, you can't start posting about how beautiful it is to work in B2C or how much I love Lego, and I just cannot do it.
But yeah, I think like you, it's would be maybe good to have a session with a consultant about that, or you can use AI to brainstorm.
I do extensive use of AI. Many of the things I've done were with AI, but they still not necessarily work.
And Lena, may I ask you a question regarding Claudia's question about what do you think about creating an additional LinkedIn account? Because I know that there is a possibility to have two of them, and maybe Claudia may specify it for a little bit other role, add people from other industries, and show herself as a leader in different fields. Not only in telecom. What do you think?
For me, it looks like double work if I have to do accounts, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't have answer, Yulia, because I never even had a conversation on that topic with anyone who has two accounts. But I'm thinking now, if I'm recruiter and like. But yeah, at least I think we can try everything. Why not? And to see how it works. But for sure, it's easier to build your brand platform on what you have already, especially if you experience like 10 plus years, than to start building everything from scratch. But it really depends on your background. If you want to change it completely, maybe it makes sense. Why not? But I would try. If anything else, it doesn't work for me. Why not? Why not to try other things? But I don't know if it's possible, right? To have two accounts, because before that, I know that it wasn't possible. Okay.
Okay, maybe, yeah, we should move forward because it's almost
Yes.
50 minutes that we.
I was thinking, oh my God, my slides, I don't know, my presentation is too short for 45 minutes, but yeah, it's never short. So yeah, on this slide, I just maybe covered again those 4 fields. And like the fact, I'm sure you've heard a lot, like recruiters spend 10 seconds max for reviewing CV. But for LinkedIn, we even like spend less, 3 or 5 seconds, and to what can catch our attention there. It's headline again, and headline. It's not only something we see first when we see your profile, but it's also like helps LinkedIn algorithm to bring your profile to our attention. So we covered location already. And keywords, so ideally your profile should have at least like 60% of keywords of job description you are considering. Like, let's say you have kind of common job description for your role, what you prefer to have. So your LinkedIn should be like with those keywords. So yeah, move forward. And yeah, here I'm sharing example of headline for marketing person, for example. So it's not enough to have like marketing there. So it's good to have the line of keywords that with skills, it could be systems you work with. And ideally it should add like maybe value that you can bring to company, or like, but not very generic and not like related to only one industry if you are considering different industries. But again, you can play with that. You can try, let's say, this headline I would use for the next 3 weeks, but I will check how it works for me. Not just like I will change it and forget, but I will check how many people were checking my profile, how many people reached out to me, like what happens during this period. And then again, I will change it again and I will review what works, what doesn't work. In general, for me, when you work with LinkedIn, with the strategy, with the finding job with LinkedIn profile, ideally, to bring structure to this process, I even like recommend to have a spreadsheet when you like put all that you observed, well, what you noticed, what have changed, what worked for you, what you can change, whom you want to follow, how many connections you want to make this week, this day. And I know there are limits on LinkedIn, but at least you have an image of how many people you can add this week, for example, to your LinkedIn network. Another like common mistake still, that people on their LinkedIn profile, they still list their responsibilities and duties. And it doesn't work for CV already, and it doesn't work for LinkedIn as well. We want to see more numbers, we want to see facts, we want to see achievements. And achievements, it's not only about like, I don't know, huge projects, like, I don't know, it's not only about like Everest in our life, but it's like, it could be small project, it could be small numbers, but anyway, it's data, and data is evidence. And especially we will talk about like maybe Finnish market a bit later, but it really works on Scandinavian markets when you bring data, not just not the words, because data like is an evidence of your achievements and your success. And yes, still we are in Finland, and maybe you've heard about this law of Jante, that it's about like nuance of our market. that bragging is a red flag here, and maybe you noticed opposite. By the way, you can share your experience as well. There is like a common opinion on that you should be more humble on these markets and to focus more on what you've done with team, for example, but not only you, to share more about like we were doing, and not only about like telling about myself, though every time you apply for any specific role in any company, I would suggest you to consider this specific company, because, for example, we are at Verda, we are a Finnish company, we're based in Finland, but we are not very Finnish. So you could be pushy, and you will be the best candidate for us for some departments, not for all departments for sure. And you shouldn't be modest and you shouldn't be humble. But in our case, in general, in Finland, Sweden, and Norway, bragging is still a red flag. But maybe if you notice anything else, any opposite things, please share. Julia, interesting. Do you have any thoughts on that? So you have experience with Finnish companies, I believe.
That's hard to say because I've never been recruited to Finnish companies like at the end point. But I think that I think that you need to be confident in yourself. It's like a good match for every company. But comparing, of course, this is a different culture. And if you compare, for example, with US culture, when you need to be like a very bold and very loud, and the people, they are very loud, and here it might be considered like, okay, if this guy going to be and behave like that, if it will be comfortable for me to work with. Or will I hear my thoughts when he is in the room together with me or not? So it's something about team fit.
Yeah, I feel the same, especially comparing with American companies. Yeah,
but yeah, probably if I will hire somebody for marketing and for some
sales
company representatives, and all my company are modest and let's say quiet, it will be nice to have somebody who can speak loud about us. And then on your role again.
So yeah, and it's very like maybe relevant to keep in mind regarding interviews, but also regarding LinkedIn, because like your posts, your profile demonstrates your level of confidence and your focus and how you share, what you share, what values you share. It's also about culture fit, because like it's also important, like even if you don't use LinkedIn as a brand platform, every time if I'm going to invite any candidate for interview, I would check their profile, and for sure, like I would check what they post, trying to avoid to invite people with like aggressive posts or like toxic posts for sure, or any like with any politics, religious topics there.
Lena, do you check only LinkedIn, or also you might check Instagram, for example? I thought that it's not really acceptable in Europe to, for example, if you receive not LinkedIn link from the person, but CV, it will be not acceptable to go and make your decision based on LinkedIn.
Yeah, if we follow law, we cannot check LinkedIn profile without like permission. But yeah, usually candidates, they like usually 99% of CVs we have and we receive, they include LinkedIn profile link.
And then you go to Twitter and see another person there with the same name.
To be honest, I think we don't have time for that. to check all profiles. I don't know if it may be like the very critical person for very high level role, but yeah, in general, we don't have time. For engineers, we checked LinkedIn, GitHub, but yeah, for other roles, we for sure, for marketers, we check LinkedIn for sure, and other resources if they're available, but usually they have like portfolios as well. But yeah, it's good to keep in mind, even if you don't post anything, keep in mind what you like, what you comment, what post you comment. So yeah, sometimes like I face and I meet some people on LinkedIn that they act in a way they never meet you in life, but Finland is so tiny and Helsinki is so tiny, so yeah, be mindful of that.
Question from Ludovic. You said that you don't fully trust what is on LinkedIn, but we should put number to add relevant data. So isn't there a contradiction there?
I mean, like, you shouldn't consider LinkedIn the only source of truth, because like people can post there anything they want, but it's kind of part of personal portfolio profile. And if you, for example, if you receive a CV and LinkedIn and they are demonstrate different numbers, different everything, for sure it's like it's a contradiction. But it's social network, and for sure for me it's better to post relevant information and only numbers I can prove, but people are different. So, but you cannot trust it for sure, like as the only source of truth.
And there was a couple of questions, very common. Applying for a job at the same company with which are like slightly different, and you apply for all of them like simultaneously. How it would be considered by the company and how you can adjust your LinkedIn if you apply for different roles.
So if you apply for several roles in one company,
or even in different companies, but for example, you are a marketing manager, you can create content, you can make some public relation activities, you can do that, you can do so, you have this experience, but you need to position yourself on this market. How you can do that and still apply for different roles?
Again, as for LinkedIn, I would suggest to make experiments, to choose, for example, this month, I want to focus on this type of roles. Or if I can combine all information that's relevant for two types of roles, I can combine it in one profile, then I can play around that. If not, then for me, it's kind of, there is one way. I choose that this month I want to apply for this type of role, and then I edit my LinkedIn profile. Next month, I want to focus on another type of role, and then I can use my LinkedIn for that. But you can use LinkedIn as kind of, as more wide, let's say, wide profile, not as CV. Your CV, you can tailor, you can customize for every role, but LinkedIn profile you can use as a maybe more wide profile for you, where you can combine 2 or 3 roles. Anyway, you consider, I think, like at least roles in one field, but not like in marketing, then in HR and I don't know, engineering. It's not so different, I believe. So yeah, just a quick maybe short on if you use LinkedIn as a brand platform. It's maybe something that Yulia, you had a question about in the beginning. Yes, I think you asked about what you can do additionally to be be more visible. So now there are some tips, and I think ideally you can find everything now talking with the ChatGPT, for example, but I believe Yulia will share presentation with you as well. I don't know, usually, do you share usually?
Yeah, we basically share recording,
Mhm.
probably presentation, because sometimes at presentation it's just pictures and the speaker explain the rest. So yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, nowadays I guess like everything, the like foundation, what I covered, you can find like with ChatGPT, with AI tools. To have this session with me, it's more like I think the more value that I can bring my own experience for sure, and like and share my experience and my thoughts on that, and you have opportunity to ask questions as well. But for sure you can find all this information. I think like now it's very hard to surprise anyone with anything because everything is so easy to access. But yeah.
But sometimes you need to ask questions and you need to make them proper questions. And that's good to start conversation, and then the question will appear in your mind after you start listening something or
So yeah, there is a tip, maybe what materials is better to post. People spend more time on your post. Then there is a 60 minutes rule, but I found somewhere 90 minutes rule. So something between 60 and 90 minutes rule that ideally it's better to reply to every comments under your post to multiply their velocity. And then 3 insightful comments to leave on the comments. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to make a space. There is like even rule 252. So to make 2 connections per day, to make 5 comments at least for a week, and to have 2 posts per week. Maybe it's too much to post for weeks. Sometimes for me it takes even like I don't know, more than a week to make 1 post. But I believe if you're looking for a job, for sure you have to spend more time on your LinkedIn profile. But I would also maybe ask you to consider it's not the LinkedIn platform. It's not only for the time you're looking for a job. It's it really helps you in the future. As I mentioned before, first you work on your platform and then it will work for you. Because like now I can experience that I work hard to build my visibility, to build my brand on LinkedIn, and now it works for me. But I'm not looking for a job, but it still works for me, and I know that and one day I'm going to look for another job, obviously, I will put less effort, I want to believe, to find a better job, to find other opportunities. But it still brings great people to my network. And I'm really grateful for that, but grateful for myself as well to spend time on LinkedIn. So I feel I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, I think that how many slides do we have more? Because people saying goodbye for us because they probably had very, very time.
Yeah, like let's maybe let's wrap up. So we have a slide for career switches, like how
this is important one. Maybe
to build this bridge, to not to forget about your background, not to diminish it, but like to connect it with the future. And to like, it's an example how you connect like your teaching education background with the project manager, for example, project manager role, manual QA with automation, and then you can translate it and to attract recruiters with like mentioning scalability and system reliability. So it's really depends on how you play with words, and you can play with AI as well to help you to build this bridge. It's better for sure to maybe to have a chat with a career advisor and recruiter as well. But if you don't have this opportunity, you can train your AI to be your career advisor and to build this bridge between your past experience and your future target role. But you can, review this slide later. Then, I'm covering social sale index in LinkedIn. I remember times it was only for salespeople, but now it's open for everyone, and you can, all of you can check your social sales index of your LinkedIn profile. Ideally, it should be not less than 75 score. And there are four parts of this social sales index. Right people, brands, insights, and relationships. And you always can check what I should focus maybe this month. I should focus on finding right people, then make efforts, make steps, action plans to find right people on LinkedIn. And then after 1 month, you can see the progress here. Or I see I have only 15, but I have to have 25 and build relationships. I should focus on that. So some metrics that can help you. It's a reminder, as I mentioned before, from a recruiter that we are hiring for potential, not for experience for sure, but more for potential now than for experience. We are now more people there able to offload their hard skills to AI, but we are still compatible with AI because we are human and we have soft skills, and we should keep our humanity to our work as well. Then flags here, red flags. Use AI, but please remember about keeping human voice, your personal voice in your content, in your profile. Then zero activity, for sure, more efforts you have to put, and less visibility you have for recruiters. And it's really, especially for marketers, for example, it's not, I can't say suspicious, but if you're marketing and if you're looking for a marketing role, for sure, it's the best evidence for us. It's to see your LinkedIn profile, that you're a marketing person and you're able to promote yourself there. And then you can promote our company, our product. And again, reminder about location. So leaving you with 5 fixes for tomorrow. You can fixes you can fix if you have something to fix for sure. Just leaving this session with some action points, with some steps to take. And I think we are 30 minutes over.
We still have a couple of questions which I would like to still ask. Thank you, Lena, for your presentation. But may I hold you for a couple more minutes?
Yeah.
So Ksenia asking about LinkedIn as a brand platform for junior professionals or career changes. How could it work when you don't have an experience in the field? What you can show then in LinkedIn? Can you elaborate on that?
You can show your interest there, and maybe especially now how you use AI in this area, for example. But for sure, and to find something maybe you did before and something related to this area in your previous experience. But your interest first. Projects maybe you are completing now in this area, but you have to do something already.
Mm-hmm.
From my perspective.
From my perspective as well. So there is no more juniors on the market. You need to have a middle level of experience when you end in your education. So you need to have pet project, you need to have some internship, you need to have some volunteering job which lead you to this role. So otherwise it's almost nothing you can bring to the company, and companies have no time to teach you anymore. Unfortunately, this is the current situation. So you need to have this experience, and you might find even, I've been talking to a nurse, probably, I do not remember, and at one webinar, she said, now I'm switching to, let's say, recruiter role, and so this new for me, I'm a junior recruiter, but she has 10 years of experience already, so she know how to work with people, she know what responsibility is, she knows how to, make the clear task and so on. So she know already a lot of that, and she just need to apply her experience to new roles, and that might, you just need to transform your experience to new roles.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is sorry.
Yeah, and this is good example, by the way, because, for example, if you worked in medical field, then you can bring this medical experience as well to medical companies or health companies. You can start to work as a recruiter, for example. It's really valuable.
Right. What about applying on massive replied jobs on LinkedIn? I mean, if it's still worth applying if it's over 100 people are already applied.
It worth if you have time. So I would put it like on my priority list, I don't know, number 50 something to do this, because like for sure a lot of people applied already. But if you apply and you see like 100 people applied before you should do something that stands out. I mean, reach out to hiring manager, reach out to recruiter directly, find someone who works in that company, reach out to them. So not just apply, because if 100 people applied, usually like recruiters, they consider first 50 CVs and start with them.
And how do you basically work with these applications? Do you go through the first CVs from the beginning or from the last CVs? Because you see like, your email box and you see the last message on top, and you probably open the last message first, going down by the list. So how it's
it really depends, because like for some roles we have this, and I know some companies, they do the same. They have like 2 weeks of window to apply, and they do not review any CVs. But if it's urgent hiring, for sure we start to review first CVs. And I usually start from the beginning, and in some companies, even hiring managers, they have access as a first, even before recruiters. In our case, hiring managers, they do proper review, even better reviews than recruiters. They started from the beginning, and they review every applicant. So you can, in some systems, you can apply even after you applied already, but just to remind about this yourself. But it's better anyway to remind about yourself always, because I think like only in my experience, 3% of people, they try to do something extra, not only apply. And it could be your advantage. I just brought you some numbers. Only 3 people out of 100, they reached out to you. They send you an email. They send message to hiring manager. So you can use it as your advantage. And the same like using this opportunity, like after interview email is so important. No one sent it, like 1 out of 100 people. After interview, please say thank you to a recruiter. Say thank you for their time, for the opportunity. Again, show your interest. It's really like helps to keep your name in this mental shortlist. And it really shows you as a person as well, that you appreciate and respect time of other people, and you're again interested in this company. So my quick advice.
Yeah, this is a very nice touch point. Every time when you have a very polite, reason to make a touch with the recruiter or with the hiring manager, it's better to do this touch, because if you have 5 touches, then you're accidentally already stuck in the memory.
And you make recruiters happy. We have a lot of hates and we receive a lot of hates. Recruiters always like, it's always recruiters' fault in everything. So it's very nice to receive such a message, and believe me, you will stay in our memory forever.
I think that this is the very last question which we're going to answer. What about the job posts which have no contact details at all of any manager or even recruiter, just website of the company, how to reach out to them in a non-weird way?
Find them LinkedIn, or usually in companies you can see how they build their emails, work emails.
Mm-hmm.
So like not phones, but yeah, emails and LinkedIn profiles. But there was some in Finland, by the way, like Finnish at least recruiters, they even keep their phone numbers on job descriptions. That was a big surprise for me.
Mm-hmm. But how about this privacy? For example, do you consider LinkedIn as your work instrument or is your private instrument? For example, if you've been contacted by some people in LinkedIn trying to find a job in your company, are you consider that as a normal practice, or it's like some your personal social media, social platform?
Like when you have your profile on LinkedIn, you kind of get a permission, and you get access to anyone if it's open profile, and you connect with everyone. But for sure, you never know. But at least if you don't try, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, and maybe this is some kind of a team feed. So
yeah, you can check. Yeah.
Yeah, if a team is open for that and you're open for that as well, so you connect, they answer, and this is like something team connection. If you are not into the connecting people heavily in many other platforms and team as well, like they prefer to, this very strict communication without additional messages, it's also like a team feed for me.
Yeah, and I think like also one comment about maybe international talents, since we are almost all international talents. I would maybe recommend you to consider those companies first that you can see international team members, international recruiters, because like very Finnish companies, they are more closed for international talents, and it makes sense, and there is a logic in that, such in other countries as well. So I would maybe encourage you to go with the international teams, and you can check our website and LinkedIn page for that, and to start with them, there are more chances, at least for you.
Yeah, and it's good to find some connections, probably language connection. If you see that this person might speak your language, it will be nicer to connect with him, and he might be more open to help you.
Mm-hmm. It's I don't know, is it funny story, but Craig shares about, last week I printed out my CV and cover letter and brought it physically to the company. And I had such a story as well. It's not about me, but it's about my client. I worked as a career coach, and she did the same. It was in the Netherlands, but it was also like a tiny industry. It's like interior design, but she got her job like that. So it worked for that.
Yeah,
But
depending on the company which you try to connect. If it's like a bank,
but it's not so typical now. It could work in a positive way. So it's kind of
don't stop doing it.
Yeah, this person try everything. Yeah. Thanks, Craig, for sharing. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys for staying with us till the very end. It's been like a very short 1 hour and a half that we spent together. I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you, Lena, for being that open in any questions. Like we can discuss almost anything with you. Really enjoyed this session. And thank you guys for your active conversation in the chat.
And yeah, I wish you all find the best opportunities for you, but for sure to have great summer. Anyway.
Yeah, try to balance your rest and your effort to find a job to
Yeah,
keep
because
this.
it's also a journey to find a job. It's also to think about yourself and about your mental health during this period, and to take care about yourself as well.
Mhm. Okay,
Thank
have
you.
a nice rest of the
Nice
week.
day and the rest of the week. Yeah.
Mhm.
Bye bye.
Bye.